Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, we are going to be examining, talking about, and looking at a particular reference track. This reference track, in my opinion, is one of the very few gold standards of a good mix. And it's really a testament to how good the mix is because this type of music really isn't my cup of tea. But when I listen to it, I'm always blown away by just how good it sounds. And if I can, shoot to mix something that sounds this good, it's worth shooting for. So the track in question is called Santa Monica by Theory of a Dead Man. It came out around 10 years ago. I don't know what it's called. It's like rock, post grunge. Um, I have these on here, but they're not doing anything. This is the 320 kilobyte per second MP3. And I just encourage you to listen to this. Everything about it is just everything. You can listen to it quiet. You can listen to it loud. Everything has its own space. There's lots of clarity. It has a good stereo image. It was mixed by Chris Lord-Alge, the Minority Report guy. He mixed this, and it's just super impressive. So right off the bat, there's this amazing kind of contrast between, I guess, the like that harmonic thing that guitar players do, and the drums. And the drums have such a rich low end. They sound compressed, but they're not. There's like plenty of dynamics. Let's just listen to that first part here. Right? Everything about that acoustic guitar in this section in particular, everything about it, the drums, everything. Listen to it. I'm gonna turn it up. Turn it up. Wear headphones. Also compare this to like your studio gear, to your headphones, to like your iPhone, to your laptop speakers. It sounds good on everything. It's just an amazing achievement, and a lot of really talented people worked on this. But just listen to the acoustic guitar and the drums at the same time. Right? Everything in this one part is just so like crystal clear kind of clarity. I do want to listen to that one more time. Just listen to that one more time, and you can hear everything about the acoustic guitar. It's incredible. All right, so one really cool thing about this track is the vocals are not dry. I don't know like the what kind of terminology I could use, but the vocals, they're intimate, and yeah, let's just play it. She fills my bed with gasoline. So when I'm listening to this, I am listening for the bass, the guitar, and the drums and the vocals, and you can hear the perfect balance. I recommend you listen to this track kind of over and over again, and you'll really kind of you'll come to appreciate the accomplishment here. She fills my bed with gasoline. You think I wouldn't notice? All right. So one thing I notice in this track as well is the fret kind of buzz you can hear the fingering sliding across the strings of the guitar. You can hear that. It's how they mic'd up the guitar, and I find this to be fascinating. So when I mic up guitars, and I'm not an expert, I just kind of pretend to be. When I mic up guitars, I mic up as much as I can. I have a mic like right at like the hole, another one kind of back, and another one near where the fingers will be. I think it's like the 12th fret. I don't have the number offhand. I just looked up kind of how to do it online. I did it, but you get the complexity of that acoustic guitar. You capture the whole thing. You can't just you don't just put your ear, like for example, for a snare drum, you don't just put your ear up to the snare drum when you mic up a drum. Like miking up a drum set, is, you get kind of everything like really up close. Then you get the overheads to catch the kind of ringiness. Then you might get a room mic to capture like the reverb and the room, and everything kind of goes in. So a guitar is a very super complex instrument. Sound comes out of everywhere. It comes out of the body, comes out of the strings, comes out of the neck. You know, even the hands in some ways can be an emitter. The guitar pick makes sound as well. You don't really hear it, but just as a thought experiment, just imagine all these different things happening at once. So listen to this part, and you can hear. And I really appreciate them leaving this in because it sounds like unpolished or whatever. And they could have went that route to make it sound like super like commercial. This is a commercial record, but they left those strings in, and those string, I think it's called fret buzz or fret noises, finger burn. I'm not sure what it's called, but they left that in. And I appreciate that. Not only did they leave it in, they kind of accentuated it, and you can hear it. So listen to this part.
Notice her mind's made up, the love is gone. You think someone's trying to show us a sign.
Right, it's super clear. You can hear it. It's not buried. It's right there, and that's pretty cool. Another part is when the main meat of the track happens. The vocals are thrown into. I believe the term is thrown. It's thrown into like this double track kind of super wide thing to have impact, and you can hear it here with the guitar. Mind you, everything remains super clear, balanced, and lots of clarity.
Moment went past my boat, and I remember the day when you left for Santa Monica. You left me to remain with all your excuses.
All right, so you got the guitar, the electric guitar for color, back there. And then you have the acoustic guitar. So, I kind of get how this track was made. This track was probably made just singer-songwriter with a guitar, acoustic guitar, and I guess they wanted to capture that, and then they wanted to add the speckle of whatever genre this is, and it just sounds amazing.
You left me to remain with all your excuses for everything.
It's a very subtle double track, and it really adds to the impact. And for the life of me, I've never been able to. I've wanted to kind of recreate this because I use this as a reference for a project that I used for the vocals, and I tried to recreate this. I did somewhat. Mind you, it was a female vocal, but it's just what exactly did he do?
You left me to remain with all your excuses for everything. And I remember the time when you left.
Yeah, it sounds great. And like those colorful kind of guitar harmonics that were at the beginning, are now present as well. Super cool. And then the vocals kind of go back to that intimate kind of setting here.
I'm not you're not next to me. Her mind's made up. The girl is gone.
And there's some subtle reverb in there as well. Super duper subtle. I really appreciate the crashes and the sounds coming from the overhead. Just because it's not. I'll try to find one. Yeah, and just that kick. And that's that really interesting texture there. You appreciate that. And that crash, there it is. There's that crash. I really enjoy this crash. And the reason why I'm kind of going through this is when I'm getting ready for a session, or if I'm like sitting down, I kind of want to prime my ears. So I listen to like a lot of different kinds of music, and this is one of the tracks in that playlist. Just because I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's get into this mode. Anyway, I'm going to jump back. I'm digressing a lot. Scatterbrained. This crash here is fantastic. I don't know. It's like It's not too big, not too small. It's just the perfect accent. Yeah, and it's just one of those things. Oh yeah, and then there's like this rockin' electric guitar thing going on here.
Just won't stop, it just won't go away. I needed more than this. I wanted more than this.
Yeah, and that must have required a lot of automation and things like that to get that super like kind of tonal guitar in there and have everything else kind of fit. Must have been challenging.
Remember the time when you left for San
Let's find where it starts.
I wanted more than this. I needed more than this.
And notice how, yeah, the vocals are still super clear. And there's room for everything still.
When you left for Santa Monica, you left me to remain with all your excuses.
And that really neat. I know he automated that.
To remain with all your excuses forever.
Or that might be mic technique. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that just adds to the impact as well. I'm not sure what I was watching a video, and you know how just the subtle volume automation during parts like this can really add a big difference, and really add to the impact. Either reducing it or slowly, like reducing it a bit, like dipping, and then kind of bringing it back up for like the main cool part.
Excuses for everything. And I remember the time.
Yeah, and it's one of those well-written tracks where it has this, has this thing at the end here, and it makes you want to listen to it again. Anyway, that is a video about one of the gold standards of mixes. Mind you, it's not EDM, but you can really learn a lot by listening to these and examining. And it really, listening to this critically, you kind of train your ears to know what to hear and what to listen for. You know what I mean? You can listen to each little part and find the right balance, and you can apply it to your own tracks when you're mixing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.